They laughed when she stepped forward. They whispered when her record didn't match her appearance. And when command ordered a full medical inspection in front of the unit, no one expected silence to fall like a weapon. Because the moment the SEAL leader saw the markings running down her spine, his face drained of color, and the room realized they had just mocked someone they were never meant to question. If you want stories about hidden warriors, classified pasts, and moments that flip power upside down, subscribe now, because some legends begin with humiliation. They mocked her from the moment she joined the training detachment, not with open insults at first but with that quiet cruelty elite units perfect, the sideways looks, the exaggerated sighs when she fell in at the end of the formation. The jokes about clerical errors and diversity quotas whispered just loud enough to land, because she didn't look like the legends they'd grown up idolizing, didn't carry herself with the swagger of a veteran operator, didn't speak unless spoken to. And when the instructors announced a surprise evaluation day, gear inspection, physical assessment, medical clearance, all conducted in front of the platoon to test pressure tolerance, the atmosphere sharpened into something predatory. Because public scrutiny was where reputations died, and when her turn came, the laughter returned, louder now, until the medic halted the process and reported an anomaly, something old, something embedded. Something that didn't belong on a standard medical scan, and protocol demanded verification, so she stood there in regulation undershirt as required, nothing improper. Nothing exposed beyond standard procedure, while the SEAL team leader stepped forward, irritated at the delay, ready to bark an order, until his eyes caught the markings along her spine, faint but deliberate. A vertical sequence of symbols and scars woven together in a pattern he recognized instantly, because he had seen it once before in a classified briefing that ended careers and erased names, a program so buried it officially never existed. And the room shifted when his posture changed, when his voice dropped instead of rising, when he ordered the platoon dismissed with a sharpness that broke no questions, and suddenly the mocking stopped because authority had just reversed polarity. And later, behind closed doors, the truth surfaced in fragments. She hadn't been trained to impress, she had been trained to disappear. Her spine tattoo wasn't decoration but a living encryption key marking completion of a covert conditioning pipeline designed for operators who would never be acknowledged, never promoted, never rescued. Assets deployed where denial was the only shield, and the twists unraveled fast after that, because the injury in her file wasn't a weakness but a survival adaptation. The quiet demeanor wasn't insecurity but discipline drilled so deep it replaced instinct, and the evaluation day hadn't exposed her fragility but theirs, revealing how quickly they underestimated what didn't fit their mythology. And when the unit was later briefed on a mission that required someone who could operate without extraction, without backup, without even a paper trail, the laughter never returned. Because they now understood that the woman they had mocked wasn't there to earn a trident, she already belonged to something far darker, and when she finally spoke during the mission briefing, calm and precise, outlining contingencies no one else had considered, the SEAL leader didn't interrupt, didn't question, just listened, because he knew the spine tattoo meant she had already survived the part that broke everyone else. And the final twist came months later when her name vanished from the roster overnight, no transfer, no ceremony, just absence, and the only proof she'd ever been there was the memory of that inspection day. When a room full of elite warriors learned that humiliation is sometimes the doorway through which legends walk unnoticed.